So I think that's equivalent to 3 tons of TNT.
There's more.
This next explosion is about
laughing.
1/1000 the Hiroshima explosion.
She is laughing her ass off. That's 21 tons. Of TNT.
Holy smokes. So this explosion is 3 times taller than any building. It's...
Why are they all
Look
laughing?
at how...
That's incredible.
I think there's one more boom.
Yeah, something just crackled right there.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's a huge explosion. And you can see, like, it looks like gases in there are burning. Because just the way it's like...
There it is.
There's oh, yes!
That was
awesome.
insane.
That's a real fucking explosion. All right, something big just blew up there. That was awesome. That was a major.
Their
holding
laughing
tank
has
or something.
stopped because that one got a little closer to them.
Yeah, they felt that one.
Dude.
That's crazy.
And we're live.
Do you guys need a new topic?
Yeah.
Whatever you do.
Alright, dude. The graphics in Fallout 4 look amazing. Have you guys seen this screenshot yet?
No.
Is that from?
Oh,
All
you
right.
tricked me for a second. I was
Yeah,
like, man,
right.
I didn't know. I thought it was going to be in Boston.
I just didn't think this was Fallout 4. There's a Chinese characters in the bottom right corner.
It looks good.
So this is from the explosion in that port city, or was it just an
Tianjin or
industry
something
city?
like that. Zhangjiang.
Tianjin.
Xinjiang. And anyway, let me go pee, and then I want to watch that live leak video of the
All
actual
right.
explosion. again.
I'll set it up on Watch Together and see if it works with Live Leak.
Yeah, I really, really like explosions, so I enjoyed this
Yeah,
video
you
a lot.
do. I kind of forgot that. Wow, I
Yeah, this
closed.
explosion killed, like, how many people was it that actually died?
Only like I say only because it was such a big fucking explosion, but like 40 or something was the most recent number I saw, and like 500 hurt. I'm sure there's an update.
I thought it was going to be thousands of people when I saw the explosion, that YouTube video of it.
Explosion.
Okay, it doesn't look like Live Leak works with this Watch Together thing.
I think so.
So we'll have to use the actual Live Leak link, which I provided.
Let's see. Okay, 50 confirmed dead, 12 of which are firefighters. 500 people are hospitalized, 71 in critical condition.
How many Americans dead? That's the real number, right?
Not a one.
So
Say year zero. right?
no Americans have died. How is this newsworthy?
Well, it's because it's a
That's what I'm saying.
gigantic, impressive explosion. And it's probably got a lot of YouTube hits. I haven't checked, but this live leak one already has over 500,000. It happened, what, yesterday? Yesterday evening? Two evenings ago?
It was pretty early in the morning, actually.
Oh,
I wish.
Right.
I don't know.
News caught on real
American.
quick about it. They were selling it as a nuke going off.
Oh, really?
Well, that's how it looked like. It looks like a nuke went off. It's so big.
Do you think this is actually what they're saying it is, like the gas leak or whatever it was, the chemical warehouse, or
Well,
do you think something nefarious?
I
went
think it
around?
was, but I made the joke yesterday to Woody and Kyle that yesterday China diluted a bunch of their currency or whatever, and it caused the U.S. markets to drop like nearly 2% or whatever. Everybody was freaking out, and then right after that, this thing in China happened, and then the markets corrected. So, I'm not saying Obama sent in a legendary explosive assassin, but in my HBO miniseries, that's what happened.
Oh, yeah. So in Chiz's opinion, this was a net positive.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
we
see.
lose some firefighters. They're like what he said. They're not American. They don't qualify as people.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Yeah,
like there's like real people outside America.
Come on, that firewall is blocking this podcast anyway. Let's be real.
That's true.
Did you
Think
hear
of
the
the
interesting
hits
thing that
we
they've
could
been
get.
reading government emails since like 2010 or whatever? They're private government emails.
China has?
Yeah, they've been reading our private government correspondences, like government officials back and forth, for like since like 2010.
It's a weird thing.
Have we known about that?
Probably. I'm sure it wasn't. Well, I don't know if we've known about it, but I'm sure the government wasn't just now hearing about it. I'm sure they know every time China hacks them for the most part. I don't know why anyone thinks that's weird. Like everyone is hacking one another or trying to at a constant rate.
I worry that we're not the best at it. Like America really should lead in hacking. Now it's possible we are, and we're not getting caught. Like these other rookies, like oh, they've been reading everything since 2010. It's totally possible. They were like, yeah, let them keep thinking that. Let them think all that fake stuff we've been writing is the real ones.
Well, we are the ones that have developed all of the giant surveillance systems and sanctioned the ones that are in the UK that are even bigger and broader. You know, you don't hear anything that comes out of China. That's the issue, though. You don't know what's true or not. Their economy's booming, but you know, a lot of those things are doctored and faked.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
Because
it comes out from people that work there and come from those, like, not executives, like officials and stuff. They tell the truth when they come over here and stuff.
And the Chinese stock market like crashed-ish like a couple weeks ago because I'm telling you, if you're investing in any emerging economy, whether it be China or Brazil or Chile or Venezuela or whatever, like you need to consider the real risk that their books are fake. You know, that
so
this thing
for
is
all of
holding
you
up.
out there who are thinking of investing in one of these emerging economies, I don't think
I'm telling you, I don't. Like,
no, it's a real thing. Like Alibaba, it was the biggest IPO on the U.S. markets ever. That's a Chinese company. They're bigger than Amazon and stuff. They're the Amazon of China or whatever, and they're huge. But their books were faked, and they've got a lawsuit against them now. Like,
and that's not like an isolated thing. Like I don't invest in, like, I don't invest heavily anyway in these emerging economies. If I do own it, it's because some fund I own owns it or something. But like I don't want to get into investing talk. We're getting off track here. But I used to think of risk as like how brave you are. Are you willing to make a lot of money? You know, like, are you like it? Just tell me, do you have what it takes to buy Chinese stocks? Because no pussies can do this. And it's like, yes, I have a huge risk tolerance. I'm willing to quadruple or 10 bag it. Like, there's no limit on how much I'm willing to make. And but now I look at risk a lot differently. It's like, you need to keep in mind that when you invest in these things, they go up and down in a crazy way. At some point, this will get wiped out. And you're rolling the dice like a roulette table, which is not a place you'd roll dice. And it's going to come up wrong one of these times. One of these times it's going to land on the green and you'll be fucked. And you need to hop out before that happens. And you're really kind of taking a chance here. Risk in the stock market will wipe you out. And you'll be like,
how do you invest in a foreign economy? Like, I've heard that before. But like, what do you do? Be like, oh, I'm going to invest in Venezuela. Like, what do you? Where do you go for?
Well, there's tons. Like I just said, there's tons of. Well, one, there's the Chinese markets or whatever. You can do that, but that's weird. But like, there's Chinese companies that IPO and are on American exchanges and stuff. Like I said, but their books and everything are in China and with Chinese people running them and stuff. They can, but they can be on an American exchange or whatever.
Yeah, because our bankers are so much more honest.
There's the SEC. Yeah, there's a regulatory committee.
It's like
they take it very seriously.
Yeah, every now and then, like, something goes wrong, but they're caught, and it's like a big news story. Like, can you believe WorldCom faked their books? Can you believe Nortel, filed late or something or had to revise it?
And they can't come after them either. It's not like an American company on an American exchange. It's a Chinese company on the American exchange. If they doctor their books, like, what do they delist them? Like, that's the worst. They can't come and arrest anyone.
Yeah.
Well, that's pissing me right off. I don't like that.
And to answer Taylor's,
I think we should. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Taylor asked me a question, and I didn't get back to him. But there's only two ways I know how to invest. One is if they're on the American stock market, then it's as straightforward as buying any other stock. Or two, you can buy a fund, and then that fund manager will do that and such. So that's how I would buy into a foreign stock.
Get a Chinese ETF. There you go.
Yeah, it's a Chinese ETF.
I currently have 5 Chinese ETFs just in case. I bought 2 safety ones in case the other 3 ETFs don't pull
Cuba
through.
ETF would have been smart a year ago.
I've moved past ETFs, if I'm being honest. We've got
ETNs.
No,
based on based on my dividends and percentages, I should be on Easy Street, sitting pretty in a bit.
Yeah,
in 22 years.
Easy Street, a couple miles away from Wall Street and Main Street. Easy Street.
Yep.
So do you want to watch some of these?
Let's watch some of these people burn and explode.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you ever see that scene of Terminator 2 where the nuclear fireball hits Sarah Connor and she's Let's watch that right away.
So it's hard to queue up at 0. I'm kind of queued up.
No,
at
not watch
1.
together. Go to the live league thing.
Yeah, this one doesn't work with watch together.
That
Yeah,
is
so
true.
just
All right,
queue
well, I
up at one
have
if you
that queued
can.
up somewhere. Let me just find it.
I also have it linked.
You linked it.
It's the most recent link.
I haven't
cute.
seen this video. I've seen the other ones.
This
is the
is
best
probably the best one. I've seen a bunch. I saw one that took 6 angles and synced them. And that was pretty good too. But this one's the best. You won't. Also, it has
Still vertical footage.
But every Chinese footage I've seen, they shake the camera. They're like, "Whoa, my god! Oh my god!" It's like, you fucker. We're all missing this. But these people appear to be American because you can hear them talking and they go steady. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Set, play.
Whoa! Holy shit! Fuck yeah, I'm videoing.
So I think that's equivalent to
What the
3
fuck?
tons of TNT.
I think that might
There's
be a
more.
gas station or something.
This next explosion
She's
is about
laughing.
1/1000
Oh,
the Hiroshima
She
explosion.
is laughing her ass off. That's 21 tons. of TNT.
Holy smokes. So this explosion is
no fucking
3 times taller than
way!
any building. It's
Why are they all
look
laughing?
at how
No!
That's incredible.
I think there's one more boom.
Yo,
Yeah,
we're
something just
dangerous.
crackled right there.
That's incredible. That's a huge explosion, and you can see like it looks like gases in there are burning because just the way it's like.
There's another.
It's-
There it is.
There's oh yes,
That
That was
is
awesome.
insane.
that's a real fucking explosion. All right, something big just blew up there. That was awesome. That was a major.
Their
holding
laughing
tank
has
or something.
stopped because that one got a little closer to them.
Yeah, they felt that one.
Dude,
That's crazy.
like all
Yeah.
jokes aside, like that's a really big deal. Like I wonder how destroyed. I guess we saw the cars. You know, the Fallout 4 picture.
I'm having a hard time caring.
You're having a hard time hearing?
Caring.
Yeah, no, caring. I'm having a hard time caring.
Because they're
just-
not Americans.
I feel like the Chinese are like. I feel like the Chinese are more our enemy than like the Iraqis or everywhere. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the Chinese are actively every day trying to undermine our way of life in every way they can. Whether it's our economically or through trade deals, they're always trying to fuck us over. They're
Yeah, but
hacking
not
us.
these people. These are just firefighters and normal people, probably. Maybe there's like an evil Chinese
No.
genius in there that was concocting something, but these are just normal people. Like, that's like them seeing 9/11 and being like,
Separate.
take that, assholes. They've been undermining our way of life. Like,
I don't separate the two.
That's fair.
yeah, why would you? Why would you be reasonable in your opinion?
Good judgment call
What I
right
say.
there.
You know,
And for a-
Kyle's kind of right.
The world is black and white.
I kind of feel like that he's, you know, they just did something with their currency, and at the risk of looking like a fool, I don't fully understand currency manipulation. Like,
Yeah, can someone explain how undervaluing your own currency gets you ahead in the world economy? How is that?
I know
What's
this. If
happening?
I
I can't,
undervalue
There's
my,
been plenty of officials that have.
I barely understand it. But if you undervalue
Okay.
your own currency, it makes it cheaper for people to buy things from you. So China, who is dumping their exports all over the world, if their currency goes up, then instead of paying $1 for a plastic toy, now I'm paying $2 for a plastic toy. So by devaluing it, they keep themselves as the world's #1 manufacturer. Everyone wants to buy cheap shit from China.
Makes sense.
And then on the other hand, Chinese citizens are less inclined to buy from you because just the opposite happens. Instead of being able to buy a router for $100 or a car or whatever they're buying from us, it costs them $200. So they're yuan, but so they're inclined to buy things that are built at home, and we're inclined to buy things that are built in China because they lowered their currency.
I don't know how right that is, but that sounds really like I had never thought of it like that.
That much
Like, I
I
knew
have
they did
right.
that
There's shit I
currency
don't understand, like exactly the mechanics of devaluing it. Like they lowered their interest rates, and by lowering their interest rates, it makes holding that a little less attractive or something, like borrowing shit. They and I'm getting into an areas where I'm kind of fuzzy. I don't mean to come off like an expert. I'm not. What else did they do?
It sounds like they're trying to cause inflation.
What?
I think so. I think you're actually right about that. But really, I'm not an expert. I'm a little mixed up. But yeah, they and people view it. These people might be hyperbolic, but they view it as like kind of a virtual war against America. Like they're kind of playing dirty by not letting the currencies just let the market determine the currencies. They're manipulating their currency, and this is an act of economic warfare against primarily the U.S. And
does the U.S. do that as well in any way? I have no idea.
It's funny. We
just blow people up.
we do manipulate.
We don't bother with
our interest rates, but I don't know why when we do it, it's okay, and when they do it, it's not. But I believe they are actually doing something that we don't.
I think it was the devaluing of the currency was the big thing. Like we move our interest rates up and down. There's one of those meetings happens I think every month, and they still haven't hiked interest rates, but they devalued their currency, which was the big thing, and it sketched out everyone.
Do you remember the last time interest rates were raised? I don't. I think it was like 2003.
No.
It's been a long time.
I think around near the crash is when they were pretty high. They've been
okay. I feel like
raising interest rates also isn't a bad thing. If anything, it's
Ever.
to indicate a strong economy.
Yeah, that they're trying to cool it off typically. And
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so I feel like if Kyle was saying that China is our enemy, and it's like, well, like the way they manipulate their currency and do kind of an economic warfare on us, and the way that they hack us.
thing.
The hacking thing seems to be more extreme than like Israel does to us, or like the UK
working with our enemies.
Yeah, like, and it seems like they're every time someone's like not going good with the US, China's always kind of siding with them. The shit that we want, that you think a friend would like, just sort of like, we want this and you don't care, so you should be on our side if you're our friend. But they never
always
seem
vote
to be.
against this.
I mean, they did also bail us out too.
They're making interest off that. Like,
they are, but at the same time, it's hard to lecture them on their human rights issues when you just had to borrow whatever $1 trillion from them too. It's like if I borrowed $20 from you and then started lecturing you, you'd be like, "Am I gonna get that 20 back after this lecturing?"
No, but it's different because it's like if I borrowed $20 from you and then you like kicked your dog in the snout twice, I could be like, "Dude, that's not cool," and you couldn't just be like, "Oh, give me that 20 back. Give me 25 back." Like human rights is different than the economic things they're doing, unless I'm misunderstanding. Or if you're just talking about the impact on the people who live there due to their economic stances and principles or whatever it is.
I just don't feel sorry for those exploding Chinese people, because I don't like Chinese people, because I feel like their government hates us and they're our enemy.
Okay.
What is one country of people that you like?
Yeah. Oh, better yet, stack rank them. Who's on top, Chinese or Irish? Who would you?
Hawaii can be in there too.
Yeah, and Hawaii. Like, who are the best to worst? Hawaii, China, Irish.
In the order that I would want them to be destroyed.
Eradicated.
Oh, okay, so worst to best.
Like number the number
one draft
first I want the meteorite to hit China, I feel like.
Okay.
Only because I feel like that would really help us out the world stage.
Because Ireland, we could kill anytime we want to. Right?
Yeah.
We don't need meteorite help. Yeah. At Ireland.
One submarine. The U.S. could send one submarine and wipe Ireland off the map.
Mm-hmm.
And pick any of those other lands over there. Them too.
Scotland.
England. All of them. Yeah. Wales too. The island of Man. We'd come over. We'd wipe all that shit out, and we'd come over there, and we'd find a simple way for figuring out what was what. There'd be no weird islands off.
All of a sudden, it'd be 4 states, little country, problem solved.
Yeah. Just be America 2. It's all of this. Like just a big circle on the map. No subdivisions and UKs and, we're not a part of that. We're actually different. Nobody gives a shit. Like every time that comes up online and it's like, oh, you think that the regular Ireland is a part of the UK? And it's like, yeah, because you don't understand that nobody fucking cares. It's like me telling you like, oh, you don't know that Idaho is west of Montana. Like that's the level of.
Oh, you think Indiana has one time zone? Oh, do I have a thing to teach you? No, don't teach me. Yeah. I don't care. Indiana's fucked with their time zones. No one gives a shit.
So yeah, Ireland would be number 2. Get the meteorite to hit there next, and I think number 3 would be Hawaii. And
but
that's
Hawaii,
not saying that
I got a thing about Hawaii. Hawaii doesn't need a meteorite. They need a plague that attacks only Hawaiians, right?
No,
that's dangerous. To get on a plane?
No, the volcano just needs to erupt, go Pompeii on all of those fuckers, And like the reason I don't go to Hawaii is the Hawaiians.
No, there are
First of all,
good
I'm not on board
Hawaiians.
for the Hawaii hate. I like Hawaii.
They're
I've been
gr-
there. It's nice.
They're very.
I like
I've-
I like that landmass. That's a
Yeah.
cool place.
That land mass.
There are good,
there's-
productive
That parking garage
people.
for those weird people
There are
live, you know?
Hawaiians that contribute to the GDP and do great things for America, and you can tell which ones they are because they just moved there, right? So those people should be spared. The new Hawaiians, the ones who weren't born there.
It would be like another Passover, but it would be a Jewish Passover. If you make over 100K a year, put a stripe on your door. You shall be passed over by the Jewish Lord.
You post your 1040 on the front door.
That's horrible.
Yes.
No, I just feel like, and the reason I don't like those people is I feel like they don't like me, because they don't like me. That's the only reason. I don't like that they call like white Americans howlies,
right?
And like look and like have this crazy negative opinion of the tourists who are coming there. And if it wasn't for us, you'd be living off your fucking pineapple farms out in the middle of the fucking Pacific Ocean, like.
Well, how is it different? How are them hating tourists different than Woody hating people who came to Jersey for the fine land there to see the ocean?
I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do? Like I've known him for 6 years now. I can't get rid of him now. He's an asshole. We're all assholes to some level.